Hey there, folks. Great to have you all back with us today. I hope you're doing awesome because we've got some seriously exciting news to share. News that's going to make a huge difference for tons of Americans out there. You might have caught wind of the rumors floating around, but now it's official. The IRS has given the green light for $2,000 stimulus checks to start landing in bank accounts on the 2nd. And here's the kicker. This has the Trump administration stamp of approval behind it. Yep, you heard that right. This isn't just another batch of payments. It's a real financial boost tied to a deal that was locked in last year. So, if you've been holding out hope for some relief, it's finally on its way. Wondering what this could mean for you personally? Stick around. We're about to dive into all the details. Let's take a quick step back and unpack how we got here. Ever since the pandemic turned everything upside down, we've all been on edge, waiting to hear when the next wave of stimulus checks would roll out. Maybe you got that first payment from the CARES Act, or perhaps you caught the second or third rounds when President Biden was calling the shots. Either way, those checks have been a lifeline for millions of folks across the country. But this latest round? It's got its own unique twist. While Biden's team has been all about pushing new relief packages, these $2,000 checks actually trace back to a plan finalized under Trump. That's right, the economic moves and agreements from his time in office are still kicking, and they're a big part of why these payments are happening now. Even with a new president in charge, the groundwork laid months ago is finally paying off, bringing help to people who've been left hanging for too long. This isn't just another cash drop, it's a continuation of efforts to get the nation back on track after the chaos of the pandemic. So, why does this $2,000 matter so much? For a lot of people, it's a game changer. With inflation driving up the cost of everything, groceries, rent, gas, you name it, families are feeling the squeeze like never before. Even if you've held onto your job, the paycheck probably isn't stretching as far as it used to, thanks to prices climbing faster than wages. Add in bills piling up, medical costs, or just trying to keep food on the table, and it's no wonder so many are struggling. This $2,000 could be the difference between barely getting by and catching a break. Maybe it's enough to cover rent for a month, clear some overdue bills, or finally stock the fridge without stress. It's not a magic fix for everything, but it's a solid step toward breathing a little easier. Here's the really good part. These checks are reaching more people than before. In the past, some folks missed out, either they didn't qualify, or the IRS hit snags getting the money to them. We've all heard the horror stories of payments lost in the shuffle or delayed for months. This time, the IRS is stepping up, making sure those who got skipped over last time aren't left behind again. That means more families, more individuals, more everyday people getting the support they've been waiting for. It's a big deal, especially if you've been stuck in that frustrating limbo of wondering why your check never showed up. Now, let's talk timing, because I know you're dying to find out when this money's coming your way. The IRS says payments will start dropping into accounts on the 2nd, which is just a few days from now. If you've got direct deposit set up from your tax filings, you could see that $2,000 hit your bank account super soon, maybe even before you finish your morning coffee. Keep an eye on your balance if you're in that group. But if you're not on the direct deposit train, or you haven't filed taxes lately, don't worry, you're still in line. The IRS will send it as a paper check or prepaid debit card instead. Fair warning, though, that could take a bit longer with processing and mailing. Either way, they're promising updates to keep you in the loop, so you won't be left guessing. If you've had headaches before, like payments going to an old account or your info being out of date, now's the moment to double-check everything. Moved recently? Switched banks? Head to the IRS site and make sure your details are current. It could save you from a big delay and get that cash in your hands right on time. Speaking of who's getting this, let's break down the eligibility real quick. To snag the full $2,000, single filers need an income of $75,000 or less. If you're married filing jointly, the cutoff's $150,000. Sound familiar? It's pretty close to what we've seen with past checks, aimed at helping those who need it most. Heads up, though, if you're claimed as a dependent on someone else's return, you won't qualify. And here's a cool twist. Even if you didn't file taxes recently, you might still be in the running, especially if you missed out before. The IRS is casting a wider net this time. As we roll into the next few weeks, these $2,000 payments are shaping up to be a big deal. Whether you're using it to tackle bills, buy essentials, or tuck some away for a rainy day, it's a chance to steady the ship in these wild economic waters. Beyond the practical stuff, it's also a little spark of hope, a reminder that help is still out there, building on plans set in motion a while back. Want to stay on top of it? Watch your bank, check your mail, and peek at the IRS portal for the latest. Got questions about when it's coming, if you qualify, or how to track it? Toss them my way in the comments. I'll do my best to sort them out for you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this helped you get the scoop, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, stay sharp, and keep an eye out for more updates as we keep pushing through this recovery together. Alright, folks, let's wrap this up. These $2,000 stimulus checks are more than just a quick cash drop. They're a lifeline for millions of Americans who've been weathering some tough economic storms. With the IRS kicking things off on the 2nd, that money could be in your account any day now if you've got direct deposit ready to go. For others, a check or debit card is on the way, even if it takes a tad longer. Either way, this round stands out because it's reaching more people, especially those who got left out or tangled up in delays before. It's a big win for anyone who's been waiting for a break. What's wild is how this ties back to the Trump administration's plans from last year, proving that those efforts didn't just vanish when the leadership changed. Now, under Biden's watch, it's coming to life at a time when inflation's biting hard and everyday costs are relentless. That $2,000 could mean keeping the lights on, clearing a stack of bills, or just having enough to breathe without stressing over the next grocery run. It's not a cure-all, but it's a solid boost to help you regain some footing. Eligibility's straightforward. Singles earning up to $75,000 or couples at $150,000 qualify for the full amount, and even folks who haven't filed taxes lately might still cash in. Just make sure your info's up to date with the IRS to avoid hiccups. As we move forward, this payment's a spark of stability, a chance to reset, and maybe even a little hope that things are turning a corner. Keep tabs on your bank, your mailbox, or the IRS site for updates, and if you're stuck on something, drop a comment. I've got your back. Stay tuned, stay savvy, and let's keep riding this recovery